An umpire and a vampire square off week after week, reviewing movies outside their own strike zone. This week's movies are the 2000 sports flick Bring It On, and the 1986 horror movie Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives, starring Thom Matthews, Kirsten Dunst, Gabriella Union, Jennifer Cookie, David Kagan, Eliza Duskin, and the Cookie Monster, a.k.a. CJ Graham. Now two guys who have zero worries about mosquitoes in the summer, since mosquitoes refuse to bite them out of respect. Tim Kretschmann and Jeff Miller.
Wow. Wow. You are more crazy every week. Hey, everybody. Welcome to
Dead on the Bases. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. It's inning number 9.
You can be replaced. I've told you this before. Anyway. Just took all the spirit out of him. I just took his soul. Hey, he's Jeff Miller. We call him the ump. In wrestling class, he was known as Killer Miller.
Yes.
But now we know him as Flamethrower Killer Miller.
It's right.
That's right. He's a sports fan. So he is so lucky because he gets to watch horror movies that I give him each week. And then for no reason, I'm such a nice person, I am tortured with sports movies that he gives me each and every week. I'm the vamp, Tim Kretschmann.
It's not exactly a torture.
It really is.
But the funny thing...
Wait till you see this week's
The
movie.
funny thing about this, people, is that we've done this for 10 seasons, okay?
Wait, we have?
Or is this 9 seasons?
10 seasons.
10 seasons, right?
I'm messing
So
with
there's
you.
2 seasons a year, it was, for a while.
Yeah.
And I've endured horror movies.
It was just about killing me.
I've endured
Jeff
them,
that much.
but I find movies that have stories, and I like, okay, that's fine. Tim decides to just always number 2 on my movies. You do.
You mean shit?
Tim, we're not swearing.
Oh.
You know what? So, people, if you go back and you watch these episodes, seasons 1 through 6.
Okay.
1 through 6.
There's 10 seasons.
I know.
We're in the 10th.
I know. 1 through 6, though, you're going to see a lot more swearing on my part. But I found a lot of enlightenment.
He knew he had to find Christ because watching these movies were taking his soul down a tumble.
It was tough. You know what? I'm glad that you people have stuck through all these seasons with me. And to prove it, I mean...
With you? What about with me?
I know, but
they're probably like, Tim may need help with these terrible
I
movies
printed off all of these emails that I've gotten this last...
there's 3 of them there.
There's 4 of them, actually. And these are... Here. Jenna6253 from California.
Let me read it.
Good luck,
Yeah, okay.
Good luck on the end of season 9. Here.
Season 9.
Right.
Season 10.
And then I responded back, I won season 9. She goes, well, congratulations and good luck in season 10. Here's Bobby from Louisiana. The ump, we stick with you 100%. Good luck on the season finale.
Such delusion going on right
Here's Jill from Missouri.
Just delusion.
Ump, you're 100%. The vamp, not so much, 94%. We hope you win.
Hey, maybe
a lot of good stuff.
We could do the whole show without actually getting to the review.
Should I just do all my look at it. You're looking at this. You're like, oh my god.
Let me look at it.
Yeah, it's all right there.
There it goes.
Okay.
All right. Well, everybody.
Who's going first?
Well, first of all, we have to tell them the movies. We usually do that at the
Can I go
beginning.
first?
Go ahead.
Oh, I gave Tim the movie, the fantastic turn of the century movie, Bring It On.
And he mispronounced it. He meant turd of the century movie.
No.
And I gave him Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives, a movie where he's met a good amount of the cast.
I met one of them.
No, at a Pastor in Rome, there were 3 or 4 of these guys were there.
Well, have we met?
I think as much as 6.
Well, how come we don't meet people like Kirsten Dunst and Gabriella Union? How come we don't meet them?
I'll tell you why. Because they don't come to horror movie conventions. Any other questions?
I think
Jeff,
if they knew
before
I
we get going?
I think if they knew I was there, they would show up.
I think if they knew you were there, they'd put out a restraining order. Hey, everybody, it's time for Jeff to tell us about the fantastic movie I gave him.
I go first?
Yes, you do.
All right.
Do you remember how the show works?
I know, but why do you have to bring it on my screen here? I have to see what's going on here.
Why? Then you got to click the other
Friday
one.
the 13th.
Because he's going to tell us how long it is for most of the review.
That's what she said. No, anyways, Friday the 13th, part V1. So if you're reading Roman numerals, that's part 6. If you were dyslexic, that would be part 4. But it's actually part 6, ... Jason Lives. So this movie was 1986. Came out same year I graduated from high school, 1986. It's an hour and 26 minutes long. It's right in that sweet spot. It's good. So real quick, I want to get a couple things out of the way. This stars the Cookie Monster. It stars...
Oh my God, I knew he was...
Okay, so do you know this? But here's the thing. As far as that's concerned...
Yeah, you're the only one that knows this story. That's true.
Stars the Cookie Monster. I like Oreo cookies. Did you see my lips move on that? So
Yes. Yes, oddly enough.
I'm CJ Graham.
Okay, let me tell this story because this is going off in weird...
I like Oreo
weird
cookies.
area. So-
Cookie Monster.
We were at a convention, Horror Realm, and as things turned out, CJ Graham was on the same floor as us. And, well,
Came in the night
Jeff,
early.
you're the one that actually witnessed this.
So CJ, otherwise known AKA as Cookie Monster.
Get on with the story.
So he's like, this is a tall dude. He's like 6'7". He's an ex-Marine.
6'4".
6'4", 6'7", 220, 221, whatever works.
You just wanted to say 6'7".
Oh, that's right. 6'7". Okay, anyways, so that's for all of our Gen Zers or Gen Alphas, whatever they're called. But here's the thing. So CJ Graham, I'm a Marine. And he was talking to us. He's a really cool dude. So he goes up to the counter because he's like, hey, man, I'm hungry. And they're like, I don't know, what do we have? So they send him over to the, not the confectionery, what's it called?
Yeah, it's
Sandry, the Sandries area. Sundry area. They send him over to the Sundry area. And over there, he's like, what could I get? So he comes back and he's like, I would like some Oreo cookies. So he had some Oreo cookies and he had some milk sent up. So I heard this at the front desk and I'm like, who likes cookies but the Cookie Monster? So that's why he's the Cookie Monster.
This now concludes Jeff's review of... Wait, would you talk about the movie, please?
I will, but should Cookie Monster talk about the review on his own? Because he'll talk about it. So
It doesn't sound anything like the Cookie Monster.
I'm Cookie Monster, but
Well, Cookie Monster is a different voice. He's in Wisconsin.
I'm Cookie Monster, and let me just tell you one quick fact, and then I'll get into the movie. I'll let Jeff talk. So I wasn't originally in the movie, but then the guy who they had as Jason was a fatty, and they're like, we need someone more like built and someone more stronger. So they called me up and they said, hey, Cookie Monster, you want to be Jason? And I said, sure, but make sure I have some Oreos.
All right. So anyways, that
Such a mess.
but it's so true. So anyways,
Absolutely true.
it's 100%. So this movie is an hour and 26 minutes long. And if you roll that back a different way, it's 68. It's 86 minutes long. So if you work on the metric scale, it's 86 minutes long. And it's directed by Tom McLaughlin. It's written by Tom McLaughlin. Or is that McLaughlin? How would you say that, Tim?
I think it's McLaughlin.
Okay, well he should change his name to John Doe because this movie, to me, I'm not giving Barry the lead. This movie is very mid. And coming from me,
Really?
yes, coming from me who enjoys slasher movies,
I am shocked right now.
I know you are. And I feel bad doing this because I know you set this up for slashers and that you know that I like these, but honestly, Tim, for me, not being a horror fan, but enjoying slashers, I was left really disappointed because I know what they tried to do. So let's just break a little bit of this down.
Okay.
So, and I believe I'm being fair with this. Yes, this does have a decent story. I get a beginning, middle, and end. And some of the movies that I reply on or review don't have that, and I really rip them. This movie, the thing of it is, okay, so it's cool. So they have Horseshack in this. So Horseshack's in this. So if you guys are familiar with the Sweat Hogs at all, this had to be one of his last...
David Perillo.
It had to be one of his last acting things. I don't know, but they pull him in there. And actually, I'll tell you what. The thing that bothered me with him being in this, so in this opening scene, the main dude, Thom Matthews, he plays Tommy. Is it Thom or Tom?
Probably Tom.
Okay, so why is there an H in there? You know, another name that makes me upset is, who's the guy that plays in That 70s Show? The main guy. His name's Christopher, and they call him Topher. You know what? Just go by Chris or Christopher. Don't be being cute and going Topher. You know what? I might just go by F from now on. F. EFF.
I've been calling you the F word for years.
That's true, but that's not even funny. So here's the thing. So, or you could go by M. I'm M. So
I don't think I make merp noises.
So anyways, wait, you know who does? Well, he's on the floor right now. But anyways,
keep going.
So here's the thing. So in the opening scene with Tommy, and they bring in Horseshack, I honestly, Tim, you have to agree with me on this, I think. The way that, what's Horseshack's name? What's his real name, Tim?
David Perillo.
Perillo.
No, Ron Perillo.
Ron Perillo. The way he acts in there, he acts like a girl. I think it would have been better, much, much better, if there would have been a girl there with the Tommy character. I really do. But that would have looked bad if they would have killed a girl and thrown her in the casket. The cool thing is they did do an homage to Frankenstein. And I'm not giving anything away. You're going to see this movie. It's going to be the first 5 minutes, whatever. They open up the casket. And another thing is this guy's a killer. Why do you even mark his grave? Why is there even a grave marked? This guy should have been like burnt to the crisp at the first point. But anyways, this Tommy wants to make sure he's dead. So he opens up the casket. He sees him in there. It's maggot filled, whatever. He wants to stab him. So he sticks him with this big rod or whatever the hell it was. And it's storming. So it's storming, whatever. All of a sudden, lightning strikes it and he comes alive. I like that. That I can applaud. That was all right. But it just is too, I don't know if it was the acting, Tim, or the acting was very kind of, I could have acted in this movie, and I don't act. I just think that Tim, it was kind of bad. The sheriff was, everybody seems like they got their script and they're like, okay, and you should stay in the lockup while you're over there. It just seemed I didn't like it as much. The paintball, I didn't like that. I thought they tried to do too much in this. Of course, Jason's going to kill. And then Tim, what is this? Okay, you tell me and you be honest. You be honest?
Okay.
Is this supposed to be a summer camp?
Yeah.
Kind of looked like fall to me with leaves coming off the tree and it's being cold. And that was not summer to me. That's not summer. This movie...
It's scarier that way.
Then don't call it summer camp. Call it fall camp. And what parents are sending their kids to fall camp when they're supposed to be in school? So,
It sounded like it was just a weekend camp, to be honest. Because they kept talking about, let's just send the kids back. Because it was just a weekend.
I think Tom McLaughlin... I think it's M little c and then L.
Yeah, they're going to look it up to make sure you
go to IMDb. Go to IMDb because you're going to find out it's an hour.
He's spell the name.
It's going to be hour and 26 minutes long, but so you get the right one. But here's the thing: I think he tried too hard to bring this series back. I really do. I mean,
had you seen the fifth one, you would know why he had to work so hard.
What is that? What is that? I hope my time's not up yet.
No.
Okay, so maybe if
it's headquarters.
Are they contacting you about Reverse Monkey Claw?
They're telling me, tell Jeff to speed it up.
Okay, so the thing about this is that Jason is supernatural. He's not dying from anything in here. He's chasing people. He's walking through. The thing of it is that it just doesn't feel it feels more manufactured, and Tim's probably right. Tim watches horror movies. I don't watch them a lot, so maybe if I did have 5, I could. Maybe if I watched one, but maybe if I watched 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I watched this one, I'd figure it out. But it seemed very manufactured if you're watching this one for the first time and you don't watch the other ones. There's no kill. There's some inventive kills, but for the most part, it's kind of campy. Like, he kills this one woman.
Exactly.
He kills this one woman, and there's a credit card floating down the river.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't leave home without it.
American Express, right? And it just, I couldn't get behind it. And I'm not a horror fan, and we all know that. But I know what I like when I like it. And this just didn't put the trigger to me. Like a Happy Death Day, even Happy Death Day 2, the sequel, still pulled me in, even though I knew the premise of the first movie. This just didn't really do anything that way for me. I thought the sheriff, like, feeling that Tommy is just like so bad, I gotta lock him up and I don't trust him. Everything seemed very like mechanical to me. There's no real deaths that really stand out. It's kind of like I could go. So let's be honest here. I watched this about 3 weeks ago when I thought we had a show coming up. We didn't, because I didn't look at my calendar. And I wanted to watch it again last night to just refresh my memory. I started watching it, and I'm like, I can't watch this again. And it wasn't because it was like The Collector or The Conjuring where I was scared. I just didn't want to put the time into this movie.
This is mostly a superhero movie.
Superhero.
At this point, it's a universal monster movie.
Okay.
That it very much is. I will tell you, when you talk to Friday the 13th fans, usually Friday the 13th Part 4 is the one that most people say that's the best of the movies.
Huh?
That's what most people say. 6 is usually in second position.
Really?
There are a lot of people, myself included, that actually think 6 is the best of the entire series. Yeah.
You're telling me that they're saying that 4 or 6 is better than 1?
Yeah.
Now,
Almost everybody that I talk to about this, 1 is like in the, I would say, second quartile of the film.
what the hell is a quartile? You're talking to me. Come on.
I would say it's like in the 4th position, 5th position, somewhere in there for a lot of folks.
Because like Star Wars, they say Empire Strikes Back, the second movie is the best. And then they go to The New Hope.
Right.
So is that similar to this? They're saying that they're moving 4 to 1.
Everybody has their own. I mean, you can talk to 5 different Friday the 13th fans. All of them will have a different order as to which one they like the most and which one they like the least. Usually, like Jason Goes to Hell is very much near the bottom. Freddy vs. Jason usually is somewhere in the middle. But 4 and 6 very often find themselves in the first and second positions. Friday the 13th Part 3 usually is way up near the top. But things like Manhattan, Jason Goes into Outer Space, people tend to not like those much. Though I actually like Jason 10. Yeah.
So
you don't have to raise your hand, by the way.
Okay, just making sure. But listen to this. So
it's wise to.
What's the one that I watched before I went out to Horror Realm? The guy I interviewed.
Oh, that's the reboot.
Okay, but I like that one the best of all of them.
Really?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, you're very much in a minority.
So that's how you work. So you got to roll with me. That's the way to go.
I honestly, that movie is, people tend to really hate it.
Really?
Or really like it. But
Wow.
I don't often hear it beating 4 in particular.
Really?
A lot of people love 4.
4. Okay, I didn't watch 4. I watched 6.
Got some interesting. Yeah, 4's got some interesting things. I'll probably give you that, but I will never give you like Friday the 13th Part 5, which I think it's Friday the 13th Part 5 and Jason Goes to Hell, which I think was 9. Those are usually the bottom two.
Does he fight the devil? You can tell me.
Friday the 13th, Part 9, Jason no longer is Jason. He becomes like this spirit that moves from one person to the next. It's a lot like Halloween 3 to me. It probably would be a good movie had it not tried so hard to shove it into the Friday the 13th
The franchise?
mold. Yeah, it doesn't fit with any of the other movies. Had they just had this horror concept of a killer that moves from body to body, that's a good concept. But it isn't a Jason movie. It's kind of like a lot of people don't like Friday the 13th Part 1 because Jason's an afterthought in that film. And a lot of people like the Friday the 13th movies for Jason. They like the Jason silent killer thing. And what people react to very often is this one. In fact, the movie that comes right after this, Friday the 13th Part 7, that's usually up near the top too.
Really?
Yeah. And that one, I believe was the first one Kane Hodder was in. And that one feels more like this than some of the other movies. I would say 3 and 4, if you're looking for what is a typical Friday the 13th and what are they always trying to recapture, it's 3 and 4 is what they're trying to recapture. This movie is very interesting from the standpoint of it's actually at the camp, which precious few of them are, and it includes children as campers.
And it happens on Friday the 13th, which is only the second one that does that. Let me ask you this, though.
Okay.
And then I want to finish up my review, but let me ask you this.
Okay.
So, does Friday the 13th... Oh, Jason, look at him. Anyways, so let me ask you this. Does Friday the 13th have any legs to continue on this route? Or does it jump lines and go to the route that I saw the Friday the 13th?
Well, I'll
or are
tell
they
you
done?
one
Are they
thing.
done?
I'll tell you one thing with Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Their timeline is nothing compared to the Halloween mess. Halloween has like 13 different timelines. It's all messed up. Friday the 13th, every movie was like a surprise when they made it.
All right.
So there's a little bit of continuity, but not a lot of continuity. It's kind of weird from that standpoint. As far as them continuing to make the movies, I think I'm not the only person that is shocked that it's taking them this long to make a 13th entry.
Oh, there will be one.
In the Friday the 13th. There have been 12. You watched number 12 was the one with Derek Mears.
Okay.
That was a kind of like a legacy reboot
Right.
of the series.
So will this be a continuation to that, or will it be a continuation to this line?
If they continue making Friday the 13th movies, I very much believe they will reboot yet again
Okay.
and try to establish some new characters, because the people that he killed or was chasing down in 2009 are now, because I think that's the year of that Friday the 13th with Derek Mears.
I'll take your word for it.
It's somewhere in that realm. So people that were, let's say, 20, 25 years old at that time are now 40, 45 years old. Nobody wants to see a bunch of 45-year-olds getting stalked and killed. They certainly don't want
kills.
a nudity scene in it.
Okay.
That's one of the things that this movie usually gets a rip on, is that there's no nudity.
There's none.
Really.
No, there's a sex scene. But
And the kills are not the most gory. In fact, they're fairly cartoonesque.
And
they're not all that scary.
and honestly, Tim, and again, I don't like horror. I'm not a big horror guy.
We know.
But if
You're not surprising anyone.
if I'm going to be sucked into an hour and how long was this one again?
Oh my God.
If I'm going to be sucked into an hour and 26 to 2 hours long for a movie, then I want a good kill. I want a surprising kill. I want something that's going to keep me there, make me jump. This didn't make me jump. The blood on the machete looked like jelly. I couldn't get into this, Tim.
I like that this movie gets its business done in 90 minutes It moves whip fast. Like, every time I've watched this movie, they're at the final showdown, and I'm like, holy shit, I thought this movie just started. I can't believe how quickly this movie moves along.
That's how forgettable this movie is.
Oh, whatever.
But I do have to say, okay, I'm not gonna, I kind of want to, there's not really a way to spoil this.
No,
It's
do
1986.
not spoil this movie. This is one
I'm
of
not
the
going to
better
say,
Friday the 13th.
but I'm going to say when I saw CJ Graham, a.k.a.
the
Cookie Monster,
Yeah, all right.
a.k.a. he talked about this final scene. And when you hear him talking about it, does no justice to when you see it. I mean, or when you put them both together, you're like, damn, that was something else. So that's well worth it. The RV scene, that's wild. By the way, that's just wild.
And I believe both of the people killed in that scene were two of them that were at Horror Room. That
really
should have met they were there.
Well, maybe she was topless. But anyways, so as far as this movie being an hour and 26 minutes long, you can probably watch this, see what you think yourself. But according to Tim, watch 4, watch 5, and then watch 6.
Actually, no, do not watch 5 under any circumstance.
Okay, so watch.
I'll tell you what.
I thought you
most
said
of
this
the
helps
time-
out 5. I thought you said this helps out 5.
No, this was to dig them out of the whole 5.
So then you don't want to see 5 at all.
Never.
Okay.
Do not watch 5. Friends don't let friends watch 5. I might give it to you just to piss.
5 is like this, a V.
It's terrible. I would tell most people if they're like, what's a good jumping in place on Friday the 13th? Number one, they don't care about continuity. Most people want to see just because it started the whole thing.
Well, yeah.
And that's why I gave it to you.
Kevin Bacon, yeah.
Like 2 seasons ago or something. But I say 4 and 6 are the quality ones in the thing. I think 7's pretty good. I like 10 because it's so different.
What's that 10
That's
called? What?
the space one.
Is he on Artemis too?
It's actually, they have some really bizarre kills in that. 7 is interesting from a standpoint of making a movie called Jason Takes Manhattan that is almost shot entirely in Canada. That's kind of fun.
But he's supposed to be in New York?
Yeah, they got like one shot of him in Times Square.
I gotcha.
I'll tell you what though. For people that want to get into Friday the 13th, I have told people, watch the documentary instead. They're better than the movies. The documentary on these movies, it is bizarre what shit went on. And this movie is, I think, one of the more movies of the list. A lot of them are just bizarre and don't really hang together that well.
And that's from a horror fan.
Yep.
From my perspective, I think if you watch, what was that one I watched with Derek Mears?
That was Friday the 13th, 2009.
Okay, I would say if you want to like sum up the first few in one whole thing, watch that one. And then
That was basically a greatest hits.
That's a good
It was
movie,
an
man.
idea.
I liked it. You liked it too.
I don't think they had enough light.
No, that's true.
They didn't light that movie.
That's true. Okay,
You know what
anyways.
this movie also had?
Yeah.
It had a Dick Van Patten connection.
Oh, okay.
Did you know that?
I'm sure it did. I'm sure you found one. DVP. Wait till next season, folks.
See, I had to use C.J. Graham.
Wait.
Oh, thank you for using me in this. I want some Oreo cookies.
You know, Jeff, he doesn't really need the microphone. The voice is coming out of you.
Oh.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
CJ,
Wait, watch this. I'll do
those
this.
of you that
I'll do
don't
this one.
watch the video,
Watch
and
this.
we actually have more people that listen to the show than watch it.
I won't even move my lips.
You don't know what you're missing right
I won't even move my
and
lips.
you're okay with it.
I won't even move my lips.
Hi, I'm CJ Graham, and I'm the Cookie Monster.
Yeah, when you put your face behind the microphone, you don't move your lips.
I'm the Cookie Monster.
Oh my god!
I gotta
So
get
CJ
right and left
Graham,
right.
CJ Graham was in one of these. It's called.
He was in
13
Sesame Street.
He was in a movie called 13 Fanboy, which that movie, 13 Fanboy, you can connect almost anybody in Friday the 13th to anybody else in Friday the 13th.
So you got lazy. So you got lazy.
It's a movie I wanted to mention because I don't like this movie. Some people just love it because it's got, like, I would say 40% of all the people in Friday the 13th above the line stars are in this one movie. So
is it a documentary or is it a movie?
It's a movie. It's about a person that goes around wanting. It's kind of meta, and by that I mean the idea of the movie is there's a psycho killer out there trying to kill people that were in the Friday the 13th movies. So going after the actors. So the actors are playing versions of themselves.
Okay.
Now in that movie, connected to Corey Feldman. That's why I want to use 13 Fanboy. Corey Feldman is the character from Friday the 13th Part 4 that kills Jason.
What?
When he's a kid.
Spoiler.
Somebody kills Jason all the time. And Corey's character is the one that Tom Matthews plays.
Oh.
Okay, as an older person. Corey Feldman was seen with Dick Van Patten in the movie Dickie Roberts' former child star, a movie I have not yet seen, and I just loaded onto my queue because I'm like, I've never seen this David Spade movie.
I was going to say, David Spade,
good.
yep.
It's supposed to be good. I love David Spade, so I'm looking forward to doing that.
So, what's the connection? What is it?
The connection is C.J. Graham, 13 Fanboy, to Corey Feldman, to Dickie Roberts, to Dick Van Patten.
DVP.
Yep, that's him.
So CJ, I have to give this a count, like a 0 to 5.
Yes, I know. And you met me.
A 0 to 5?
Oh,
We do a 10-point scale.
0 to 10. But I can eat 5 cookies.
What are you going to give it, Jeff? We've been sitting here long
Kind
enough.
of gave it away. I'm giving it a 5.
Giving it a 5.
Yep, I'm giving it very mid. Honestly,
Wow.
In all honesty, I couldn't watch it a second time just because it was just.
I'm shocked because this movie is a slasher.
There's better slashers out there. There's better slashers.
This is interesting.
This felt to me mailed in, honest to God, and honestly, it felt.
I actually think this is one of the movies that hangs together a lot better in that series.
Death Day 2, Death Day.
It's a different series,
but it's slasher. That's a better slasher movie. This
I'm just shocked.
This is somebody who's Friday the 13th, and it's gonna be good. Whatever.
Okay.
Oh, we're in the merch. Oh, can we talk about Monkey Claw?
I love March Madness.
Let's make some merch money.
We're gonna talk about stuff that doesn't make any sense.
Oh, because we're gonna have a new match now.
Oh my God. It is Merch Madness, which means we have this to watch.
Let's make some merch money.
You remember that night, don't you? When I called you up. Oh, look at this. Yes. Those are collector's items. That's a collector item. Boom. You can find these things on eBay.
No, you can't.
Open it up, mosquito style.
You can't find it at the local St. Vinny's. Where is my movie Every time I go in, I throw one on the shelf.
Now I'm hurt. Now I'm hurt. I am actually hurt.
I am such an
I saw it on eBay the other day for $30.
Did you? Really?
Is there somebody here?
I know. All right. So, everybody.
Wait.
We have to... Okay, what? What now?
I'm distracted by
Everything.
Alexa.
Yeah, you always are.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Do you want a cookie?
I do not.
An
Oddly
Oreo?
enough, that is one of the few times you'll hear
We
that.
should. You know what? We did, real quick, before we get into Tim, we're going to segue a little bit. Mm-hmm. We saw CJ Graham last weekend.
We did.
Or 2 weekends ago, or depending on when you watch this. Or a few weekends ago, whatever. But we saw him, and he had a big mound of Oreo cookies that he was eating.
He did not. These are lies.
He was.
Now you're just full on slandering.
He actually had it where you could toss a cookie into his mouth.
No, that's not true. Hey, everybody, remember every Thursday you can join us for one of 3 shows. We have now streaming Dead on the Bases and Dead on Movie Reviews. This is the only one that tests your patience with Jeff
This is the only one
to
worth
this
it.
extent.
You can watch those other ones, but you'll be more happy watching ours.
You can subscribe to all of our shows on almost all the podcast services that are out there, and we invite you to do just that. What are you doing?
We'd love to see you on now
God.
streaming again.
Oh
Can
my
you
God.
please schedule yourself? Tiffany, 254.
What?
Santa
what
Clara,
are you
California.
doing? What are you doing?
I'm just telling you, people are writing in.
Nobody is writing in, Jeff.
When will you be on Dead On again? We want to hear your review. Jason, 1313.
You should spend this much time writing
Portland, Oregon.
your script. Hey, everybody. I saw a movie.
Yes. Yes.
It resembled a giant bag of dog shit.
Okay, that's not even funny. I don't even. You wrote that
What?
down.
I wrote
you
down.
wrote that down.
What a
that's
bag
wrong.
of dog shit
That's
you gave me
wrong.
this time.
That is wrong. People.
I lied.
Oh my God. Oh my
Even
God.
in the genre of high school films,
I need a drink.
this one is extra generic. The punk
What?
outsider and the cheerleader. How many times do we have to see this movie?
Give me another example.
The one plus I want to give this movie, Valley Girl. The one plus I want to give this
That wasn't
movie
a sports
is
movie.
Universal. It's a Universal picture, which we all know I love Universal, so I was glad to see that at the beginning. That was the last time I was happy during the film. The other thing that I noticed that I actually enjoyed, other than this guy, was at one point one of the characters, one of the many unlikable characters in the film is going off to college, and in the back of his hatchback or whatever, he had a Technics micro component stereo system, which brought back some memories.
Good.
That is something I liked. All right, now let's turn the page.
Wait, can I add something to the page before you turn it? Usually, folks, you've followed this for 10 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, Tim will open up with, there were drugs, there was alcohol, there was
I
sex,
will say this movie
there was
doesn't-
nudity, there was none of that.
I will admit this movie's relatively clean. Probably could have used some drugs
Oh my God! No, that
me.
is such crap.
for me to make it through it.
That is such crap.
Now-
Yeah, so you can rip it.
Let's
Oh my
see.
God! All right, okay, go ahead.
One of the characters, the girl that gets injured very early in the movie.
Yeah, she's nobody.
Yeah, she's probably the fourth most famous person probably third in the movie. Her name is Bianca Kagelich. She was on the television show The Rules of Engagement for over 150 episodes, which is a David Spade TV series.
She didn't
So
cheer though.
I saw her and I'm like, is that her? Is that her? And for those of you that know Rules of Engagement, she's the one married to Oliver Hudson on the show.
Of course,
So you've never even heard of this show.
I
It was
have.
very popular.
I have. David Spade was in it.
Yeah, I just said that. Thanks for your
Wait,
attention.
I can tell you one other
name-
person.
Can you name the other person?
I can name it without naming it.
Okay.
It's the guy who plays the Tick, and he played Elaine's boyfriend in Seinfeld.
Correct.
Thank
Patrick
you.
Warburton.
Thank you.
Good
Thank
for
you, folks.
I'm glad that you knew that. I really think Rules of Engagement's a great sitcom. I love that show.
Yeah.
All right. So now there was one element where I thought the story might be going in a good direction.
Yeah.
And that was the idea that there was a curse with dropping the spirits.
Yes. Yes.
But then nobody died.
But
Somebody should have died, then you'd have a movie. That would have been a nice setup for some murders. But no murders, not enough murder in this thing.
I gave you the movie.
Needs more murder.
I gave you the movie The Fan with Robert De Niro and Wesley
that
Snipes.
movie sucked for
And-
different reasons.
And it had a murder in it, and I still got no credit for
Jeff,
it.
I will tell you this. You are very creative in the way that you find movies that suck balls.
But here,
It is unbelievable how you can every week find a movie that sucks for completely
It does
different
not.
reasons,
But-
and that I can articulate so well while you're sitting there telling everybody how long to film it.
so when do I ever do that?
Okay,
So Kirsten,
I will-
wait for Kirsten and Lisa.
Yeah.
They had written in. I just want to say, go Toros.
My brother is very upset that I don't like this movie because he thinks those two are yummalicious.
Aliza is. She is.
They're very good looking.
She's fine.
At time in their lives.
Time in their lives.
But I thought this movie, and I thought this when I saw it back on VHS back in the day, I thought, oh, here comes a nice little comedy. There was only one time where I even came close to laughing.
This wasn't a comedy. This is
You're not telling me anything I don't know.
It's not listed as a comedy either.
Says that it's the second thing. Teen comedy and comedy alone.
You're not a comedy. You're not a teen.
Oh my God.
You're not a teen. You can't relate.
The only time I almost laughed was when her little brother comes in, Kirsten Dunst's brother, and farts on her. That was something that little brothers do. I thought, okay. And I thought, okay, they're going to take this kid and kind of make him like Seth Green was in Can't Buy Me Love. There might be a couple more laughs.
Okay,
there.
all right.
Nope, you don't. You see him playing Twisted Metal at one point, and he's in for a line or two. If they would have had that kid on a little bit more, maybe they would have got a laugh. But there's a scene in this movie that goes on for over 2 minutes of the two leads brushing their teeth. I'm not making this up. For over 2 minutes, you're supposed to brush your teeth for 2 minutes. They shot this in real time, ladies and gentlemen.
Bravo.
Unfrigging believable. And they thought, hey, I got an idea. This movie we're making in 2000, we're going to give it an edge. How are we going to do that? We're going to make the boy a punk rocker. He's going to like punk from the 1980s. So he's like a nostalgia nerd.
He's okay. It's all right.
Oh my God.
What did you think of that?
Oh my God. Okay, I'll talk about what Jeff liked. So there was a car wash scene.
No.
This car wash scene was in there strictly to show him in bikinis. Okay? Which, as a young man, I was like, finally, my videotape rental is paying off for something. Okay? But here's the thing.
Freeze frame.
I'm watching this, and they're charging $15, right?
I know where you're going with this. I know where you're going.
If you adjust this, today's money, $28.35. I'm sorry, but that's a lot of money for a car wash. These girls were not scrubbing, and I'm on a fixed income. They need to get their backs into it, and I don't think they had it in them.
Here's the other thing. Okay. When I saw that $15, there's no way they raised enough money for that camp.
No.
There's no way. So that was a little stickler for me.
I think, Jeff, you were involved in FBLA when we did one of those
Future Business Leaders of America.
Right. And I think we charged $5-10, something like that.
It was us.
And
it was us.
It was us. Okay, right. But I've talked to, I've every time I see that it's cheerleaders, I'm like, okay, I'll go get the car wash.
You do?
None of them ever are saying, oh yeah, we made $5,000. No.
And none of them are ever in bikinis either, Tim.
No. They're always in their dad's sweats. And it's a few of the girls on the team that probably nobody's really interested in.
Tim. So anyway, my favorite.
I can't relate with these teen angst movies because I have no empathy. I'm a vampire. We don't do empathy. Okay? Now, I'm going to bring this up. The choreographer was played by a guy by the name of Ian Roberts, who's actually a Milwaukee native.
Yeah.
See, you're laughing because you're thinking, oh, that was a funny scene.
No, I'm laughing because it was weird.
No, it was terrible.
Okay.
This is a scene where they should have brought in somebody funny. This is where you spend a couple of bucks and you bring in Will Ferrell for a day. Or you bring in, who else in 2000 would have been good? Honestly, I would have hired Martin Short.
Eddie Murphy.
It was a Martin Short screaming out to do a version of his character from Father of the Bride.
Okay.
Where, just over the top theatrical and all this. So many people could have done something with that role. And they're like, yeah, we'll hire this guy that did local theater in Milwaukee. After that scene, I've been trying to lose weight. I'm doing a lot of stuff. I had to go grab some soda because I was falling asleep during this movie.
Tim.
Now, Jesse Bradford, the punk boyfriend, we're behind. I got to keep going.
But
Jesse Bradford, the punk boyfriend, has more charm than he shows in this movie. So they could have done something with him. They decided not to. Dunst went on to play Mary Jane in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies. She's probably the worst part about all those films except for Venom. And I like Kirsten Dunst. I liked her in Small Soldiers. But, man, this is bad stuff. Eliza Dushku, she was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer as Faith. She was also in a TV show called Dollhouse. She looks good. Her acting, not so much. Now, the most reliable career coming out of this was Gabrielle Union, who did fine, but she doesn't have much of a part. I look at the poster that we got here.
Yeah.
They got Kirsten Dunst, and they have Gabrielle Union, and I'm like, those aren't even the two most important characters in the movie.
But they're both the leaders. They're both the cheerleaders. They're leaders.
It's number 1 and number 4 in the movie because it's Eliza and Kirsten are 1 and 2.
Right.
And then it's the boyfriend, Jesse Bradford's character. Then it's Gabriel.
But you have the captain.
I'm being sweet.
But you have the captains from both teams.
Because as you know, I'm sweet, filled with sugar.
Tim.
Nice on the inside.
Tim,
the director of this movie, I'm keeping this moving along.
You can.
Because you don't give me enough time.
Gabrielle was 27 when she made this. Kirsten was 19.
Oh my God.
All right, go ahead.
Oh my God.
Go ahead.
My God. She...
Keep it moving, Tim.
Okay. Peyton Reed was the director of this movie. Now, he's also the one that screwed up the Weird Al show. One of the most disappointing shows I ever watched in my life. Because the Weird Al show should have been great with arguably the greatest musical artist of the last 2 centuries.
Oh, my God.
But that TV show was terrible. Guess what Peyton Reed does these days? He makes the Ant-Man movies. He directed Ant-Man, Ant-Man and the Wasp, and Ant-Man Quantumania, which might very well be the movie most responsible for how horrible the Marvel superhero movie universe is right now. That movie was hot nonsense. Here's what I have to say. Peyton Reed, you need to be stopped. Somebody needs to stop you.
Wow.
You need to have, if there's like a director's license, that needs to be taken away from you, burnt in front of your children.
Oh my God.
You shouldn't be allowed out in public.
Oh my gosh, Tim.
Yeah, it's a bad movie.
It's not a bad movie.
It's horrid.
It's enjoyable. You would enjoy
horrid.
this movie.
I didn't scream out that sort of nonsense during your silly
You do all the time.
With no backup. I'm sitting there spouting facts. For the Dick Van Patten connection, I did go with my friend Small Soldiers, which I love Joe Dante. I love that movie. And Rance Howard. Do you know who Rance Howard is?
No, I don't think so.
That is the father of Ron Howard and Clint Howard.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he really kind of molded Ron Howard. He helped a lot when he was playing Opie on the Andy Griffith Show and would help run lines with him and that sort of thing. But Rance Howard, probably best known by our viewers in a very small role in Splash at the beginning of the movie Splash, which of course you're going to hire your family when it's your first big directing movie.
That was his first.
His first big directing
That was?
movie. No, it was not his first. His first was Grand Theft Auto. The second was Night Shift. And then he made Splash. But Splash was a big movie. Yeah.
Huh, and, interesting.
Rance Howard plays the guy that's upset about his peaches.
Oh, yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah,
I know that
in the movie.
Yeah.
So whenever I say that, people go, oh, I know who Rance Howard is. Everybody knows that scene. Anyway, Rance Howard was in the movie Evasive Action. We've talked about Evasive Action a couple of times on the show with Roy Scheider, who made a great fishing movie one time. And in Invasive Action is Dick Van Patten. So that's our Dick Van Patten connection. But I know what you're all interested in.
I want to know the
You want to
horrors.
know the horror movie connections to this film. So let's start with Kristen Dunst. She has a fairly good
Yes, she does.
bunch of movies. She's done Interview with the Vampire.
Yep.
She did the Tower of Terror movie with Steve Guttenberg, which was pretty good. You haven't seen it, so what
No,
are
I
you
haven't.
making notes about?
It's
a Disney. It's like a Disney.
Is it about the Tower of
Movie of the
Terror
week.
in Disney?
It absolutely
Okay,
is
that's
a
what I'm getting
tie-in.
at.
This predates Pirates of the Caribbean that they made this thing. It's not great, but she does adequate in it. She was also in the Canadian Outer Limits. It seems to have everybody
Really?
in the world walk through there. If you had a career in the 90s and 2000s, it seems like you were on that show. It's unbelievable.
How did I miss out?
Eliza Dushku.
Yes.
I never know how to say it.
It's Dushku. You're right.
She's most notable for Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Both of them, Kristen and Eliza, have 5 horror credits apiece, but Kristen Dunst has done a lot more movies, so she has a lower percentage. Now, let's bring up Jesse Bradford. That's our punk rocker friend. He has a 7%. He had 4 horror credits out of 57. The only movie I actually ever heard of his horror credits was Cherry Falls. I'm just going to say, it's a crappy movie. So
You're in a bad mood tonight. Damn.
yeah, when you give me a movie like that to watch. Now, Gabrielle Union, she's interesting. She only had 2 horror movie things out of 97 credits.
Oof.
Okay? So very low percentage. But a lot of her movies are thrillers, not considered horror movies. There was a movie she did where she was locked out of a house and there were thieves in the house and she's trying to break in. It could have turned into a horror movie very easily, but it was a thriller. So she does a lot of thrillers. So I'm going to give her. I'm not going to hit the bad tone for her because I think she at least tries.
All right.
Holmes Osborne. He played the dad.
Yeah.
You have seen him in a million things, but he's only has 100 roles.
Yeah.
On IMDb. Only one of them's a horror movie. I never heard of it. He sucks. But I shouldn't say that. I actually like him as a character actor, but he doesn't do any horror. Poor
Okay.
guy.
Fair guy. Fair.
Then we got Claire Kramer. She was one of the gals. She was one of the 2 like Mean Girls. It
Yes.
was the Asian one in her that are kind of like agitators in the crew. She did a bunch of Buffy the Vampire Killer. She was in the movie Grave Dancers and in Tales of Halloween. She actually has almost the highest percentage basis of credits of this entire season. She's at 20%.
Really?
20%
That is
of her
huge.
credits. Part of that is she only has 43 credits.
Yeah.
But she had 9 horror credits. So
Damn.
good on her. Next, we have Sanina Jolson.
Correct.
Okay, she's the girl that they would always talk about. Oh, she has a big butt.
Yeah.
Look at her. She is delightful.
She's okay.
But she's only got 1 horror credit I never heard of.
I like
the
it.
hell with her. It was a TV episode. The heck with that.
I like Elisa better.
Now, we get to my gal, Bianca Cagelich. Now, she's in this movie for a hot 3 minutes before she's basically thrown out of the movie.
Okay.
But she has only 34 credits. But keep in mind, one of them was like 100 episodes of Rules of Engagement. She never had to work again after you get a TV series like that. So her percentage is pretty high, even though she has 4 horror credits. but she was one of the leads in Halloween Resurrection. Tim, what's Halloween Resurrection? Thank you, Jeff, for asking. Halloween Resurrection is often considered the absolute worst Halloween movie ever made. It's the one with Busta Rhymes in it. And those of you that are horror fans that know Halloween movies know, yeah, that is the absolute worst Halloween film.
Okay.
It's terrible. And that she's in it, that you got to give her just a plus. That's fantastic.
So does Halloween Resurrection, does it like follow a number down the road, or you know what I'm saying? I mean,
Who knows? With
it's a one-off. It's a one-off.
It might as well have been.
Okay, fair enough.
It's one where they made it like it's a reality show. They're a bunch of young people going to stay in a haunted house that Michael Myers was in or something, and then of course Michael Myers comes and starts killing everybody.
Of course he does.
On hidden camera. The hidden cameras are there, and look, you're getting killed. And they're like, oh, that's just a producer doing something. Gotcha. No, everything like in 10 minutes we could talk about what would that movie include. We'd hit it all within seconds. We would have the whole movie plotted out, and that's the movie they made and subjected the horror movie fandom with.
What did you give my movie?
I was very nice about this.
Thank you, Tim.
And I'm giving it a 4.
Okay.
Which, honestly, for the amount of hate I have for this film, you're getting off pretty easy because I just don't like this thing.
Speaking of getting off, what did you think of the... Honestly, though, what did you think of Eliza's... her scene where she tries to get on the squad? That's a kick-ass scene, don't you think?
Okay, I'm gonna mention. I wasn't gonna bring this up. This is one of my criticisms of like teen movies in general that have tryouts. Ugh. They're always like, well, who are you? Who are you? Now, in this case,
yeah,
she was a new person in the school, so there was a reason. But all the other characters, so that. Well, who is this? Who's it?
Yeah.
You're in high school. I went to, what was our last reunion? It was like 20th or something like that. I went to the reunion. I can't even recognize most of these people, but when they said their name, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that name. We all knew who each other were. We didn't necessarily like them, but we all knew who certain people were. I knew who... Half of you were a class ahead of me in high school. Yeah. I knew half the people that were in your grade.
Sure enough.
I'm like, what are they always like? Oh, who's this exotic creature that's coming in here? Shut up. You know all these people. I thought at least they made an effort in this one. Like they had one was a younger sister of one of them on the squad, and her coming in as an exchange student. I don't know. She a recent person on the squad. I went, at least they tried.
Did you like her scene? Did you just like her scene? Because that scene, I like that scene.
Okay. It's okay.
I like it.
I think Eliza Dushku, first of all, she's gorgeous. I'm not gonna pretend she isn't. I always felt they kept giving her the same role over and over. I was kind of over it.
This is the only thing I saw her in. I saw her in an episode of Big Bang Theory, but that's it.
Yeah, she typically plays kind of an angry, rebellious type.
Okay, fair.
And in Faith, this is Faith from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It's the same character.
Okay.
It's the exact same character.
Did that come after this movie, or did that come before this movie?
I think before, because I don't think they would have hired her.
Gotcha.
Without that.
All
they
right.
wanted those eyeballs.
Fair enough.
All right. We're already way over time, but we got to do trivia, folks. Otherwise, we'll never know who is going to win this incredible season.
It's a good season.
Of Dead on the Bases. Now, remember our trivia. The way that we do it is each of us will say 3 statements. 2 of them are true. 1 is false. The other person has to declare which one they think is false. I'm terrible at this. Jeff's good at it.
And if you speak Spanish, that's trace. Trace statements.
Go ahead.
Am I going first?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you first. Whew. All right. Kirsten Dunst cheered in the 8th grade. Gabriella Union, the cheerleader from the other one, she was actually a Laker cheerleader before this movie. And number 3, Natina Green, one of the Compton cheerleaders, who plays Jenelope of the Cloves.
Jenelope?
That was her name, Jenelope.
Okay.
She is actually part of an all girls R&B group, which still performs. Start the timer.
Yeah.
So,
Repeat them for me.
Kirsten Dunst cheers in the 8th grade. Gabriella Union was actually a Laker cheerleader before this movie, and Natita Green, she is part of an R&B group that still plays today.
All of these sound very plausible. I'm going to go with the R&B being incorrect because I didn't see a whole lot of talent on screen, and that you said that they're still working today.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that's got to be a lie.
Actually, that's the true one. The false one is Gabriella Union. She never cheered for the Lakers.
Okay.
Natita Green, she's part of the R&B women's group called Black, BLAQUE, or Black Ivory. So they still perform today.
Wow.
So that's
Okay.
Let's go, baby.
All right. Here we go.
Come on. Can I have Muppet?
Yeah.
CJ can help me.
All right. Danny Gans, the man of 1,000 voices that performed at the Rio and the Mirage during the late 90s and early 2000s, is featured in this film as Steven, the guy killed while picnicking at night with his girlfriend.
He's dead, by the way.
That's the first one. Tom Fridley, who played the ill-fated music-loving Court in Jason Lives, he's the RV guy. You saw him at Horror Realm not long ago, though you don't seem to know anybody you met there. Also appears in Better Off Dead as Chuck, one of the high schoolers.
Just throwing shade at me. All right, go ahead.
Right. And so he was also in Better Off Dead as Chuck. And the third one we're going to go with
I don't know.
is
CJ Graham.
Tom Fridley again. Tom Fridley, again, same guy, was in the movie Weird Science, who you know Robert Ressler from as being in a horror one.
Can you just refresh my memory real quick who Tom Fridley was in this movie?
He's the guy in the RV that was humping the chick.
Okay, just repeat the first one and then I'll be good.
Danny Gans, the man of 1,000 voices that performed at the Rio and the Mirage in the late 90s and early 2000s, is featured as Steven, the guy killed while picnicking at night with his girlfriend.
Picnicking at night? I don't even remember.
Don't you
that
remember
scene.
that scene?
See, that's how forgettable this movie was.
It is bizarre that they're picnicking at night. It is.
You know what? You can start that timer. So here's the thing.
I got it started.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit. Shoot. And then the other guy, he was in what,
Tom
two scenes?
Fridley,
Yep.
Either he
Better
was
Off
in
Dead?
Better Off Dead, or he was in Weird Science, 1985.
Jeez. You know, that seems weird that jeez. You know, I'm going to go what I'm going with.
All those movies were made around the same time.
I know. I'm going to go with the Danny Gans one, and I think the reason why is because I don't remember that scene. So he probably is going to be him, but I don't think he is because Danny Gans was in Bull Durham, and I know what he looks like, and I don't think that was him. And that was around the same time. That had been 3 years different.
You remember Danny Gans?
Yeah.
See, I remember him because we went to Vegas at that time.
I'm going to say Danny Gans is the lie.
You're saying that's the lie?
Yeah.
Well, I was wrong. I forgot to press my button. But you're
Yes,
right.
that is what I'm talking about. This is my season. Let's bring.
Yes, you did good, Jeff. I'm CJ Graham, and you did good.
All right, so let's go ahead.
Hell yes. That's what I'm talking about.
We're going to take a look at the
That's what I'm
scores,
talking about,
everybody. Are you excited, Jeff?
I think you have that wrong.
The score, what do you
167
say?
is way wrong.
I think I won by a landslide, Jeff.
Get that out of there. Change that number. Put that where it should be. I need to get some credit for this.
I wanted to add suspense.
That's what I'm talking about, folks. Look at
wanted to
that.
add
Look at it
suspense.
right now. Yes.
So, Jeff, congratulations.
Thank you, Tim. Thank
I gotta
you.
remember how I do this. Hold on. I think it's
Look at the
this one.
trivia scores. Look at those.
Oh, the trivia.
That's what saved me,
Nailed
actually,
it.
folks.
Yeah, absolutely. So, congratulations to Jeff the Ump. See the nice little graphic I created there?
Yes. Oh, wait.
I put a lot of work into the
Did
show.
you have one if you would have won?
What?
Do you have one because you could have won?
Of course I have one that's ready for me.
It's probably.
But I'm not showing it. That ruins
It's
the-
probably like fireworks exploding.
Okay, so let's take a look at the stats before the award ceremony. Total scores over all seasons. Look at the tail of the trivia. And look at the horror films versus sports movies. You can tell
Yeah.
what the difference maker is every single time.
We're pretty. If you add those up, which I can't do right now, I bet you we're right on, like even.
It's
Pretty close.
It's pretty close. Our average scores for horror movies, you're tending to give around a 6.5, though you give some really low scores sometimes. I am a little bit more in the middle, but tending lower because, well, let's face it, the movies you give me suck so bad. In trivia, look at the difference, though. It's almost like a full point.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
You gotta be able to deduce these things. It's a talent.
Okay, why didn't the total scores?
Ooh, look at this
Wait,
total.
no, that's what I wanted to do.
Total
No,
90, 85.
That's wrong.
So I won that year.
Okay, there we go. So yeah, it's I know what I did wrong. There we go. Now we can see the whole thing.
I think I won more
So-
years. More of them.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's 5 and 5.
Yeah, it's 5 and 5. But if you look at the total score, Jeff,
Yeah.
you're at 793. I'm at 779.
I don't even know what that means anymore.
See that at the
Yeah.
bottom.
So
It
I'm the
says
overall
total.
winner.
You did very, very well this season in particular.
It's all because of trivia.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Tim.
And it's time now for the Dead on the Bases Season 10. There you go.
I have season 9 also.
This is the Season 10. Now show everybody the Loving Cup once.
I love this thing. I get to take this back home.
Yeah, that's the Traveling Cup. I decided to go and spend the entire budget for this program
Yeah.
and get a trophy made for Jeff for this season.
Bases.
Season 10, awesomeness.
That's right.
And there's the little girl pitching.
What?
That's for you. You can put that up on the mantle.
Now I kind of wish you would have won. Because this has nothing to do with Tim at all. My God. Thank you, Tim.
Oh, I had a different one if it was me.
Tim, this is great. I'm going to get a chain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a chain so I can hang this on my
That
neck.
would, you know what? I think when you go to work, put that baby out there.
I will.
People are going to be like, he's important.
I can't.
That's what
That
they're
is,
gonna say.
you know what? This is fantastic. And if you come out to Horror Realm next year, you're going to see this. I'm going to wear this. I'm going to wear this around my neck. This is, Tim, thank you. It means a lot. Thanks a lot, man.
I kind of knew you were going to win because
It could have came down to it.
I am still shocked at the low score you gave Jason because I was like, that movie, very often people are that like slashers. That's like one of their favorites.
I'm being honest, though. I'm being 100% honest.
I'm just surprised. It doesn't happen a whole
There's
lot.
been better slasher movies in my opinion. But Tim, this was a fun season. You have
This
to
is
say.
a great season. We watched a lot of great movies. Something I wanted to mention.
Yeah.
A lot of you don't know this, and that by that I mean you.
Okay, me.
We have a shopping list on Amazon. So
What?
if you go to our website and you click on the link,
Oh my God.
you can go to Amazon.
Oh my God.
And all the movies we had from this season are in one spot. So if you're like, I'd really like to revisit, not Bring It On, nobody wants to watch that, but let's say Jason 6 here, they can click on it and watch it on Amazon. A lot of these movies are part of Prime. Some of them it'll take you to, some of them are actually fairly rare, and you get the Blu-ray or something.
Yeah.
But if you want to find any of those movies, I also went back and did season 9.
Yeah.
So we have all those movies in the shopping
9
list.
and 10.
9 and 10, and the current year of Dead on Movie reviews. I have all of those out there, curated lists.
And what's our cut?
You get nothing.
They don't have to pay for these?
No.
Oh, then I would.
No. They have to pay, but you get nothing.
Oh.
You get nothing.
Oh, why?
I get it.
Oh, okay. You know what I think you should do is I think you should go
so that I can buy next year.
You should go to
an even better trophy than this little beauty.
Then I think people should go to Amazon Prime and watch these movies that we watched and see how close we were on our ranking.
Honestly, I'll tell you the truth. This show, we have never made any money on this one at all. Nobody seems to click on the movies. You know what? People do though? They'll buy keychains and crap.
Well, and
they'll buy. I one time used one of our affiliate links telling people where to get towels in one of these sauna groups that I'm in. Cause I like the sauna.
Me too.
Because this is what you do after a kill. And people were buying these towels like they were going out of style. I'm like, it's a freaking towel.
Tim, let's make...
It's a nice towel. But people were buying them like they were going out of style.
Let's make DOTP.
No.
DOTP. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Let's make Dead on the Bases towels and sell them.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen,
We should.
I will
That's
be
what we're gonna have,
pouring
people.
cold water on Jeff after this week's show. By the way,
merch.
We're going to continue doing Otherworldly Culture through to Memorial Day, and then we're done for the summer.
What?
All of Otherworldly Culture TV series or podcast series come back on Labor Day. So the next Dead on the Bases will be after Labor Day.
So we're done? We don't even go till Memorial Day?
No, the other program.
What if they want
Dead on the Bases?
What if we get some emails that say we want extra innings?
Well, I'll say, Jeff, thank you for sending the email.
Here, I have emails right here.
No, you don't.
I have emails.
Do you want me to read it?
No, I will read.
I'll read something on there.
No,
Yeah.
These are
your sex fantasies.
these
You
are
bring up every
these are
week.
federal.
I always
papers.
have to go out there with a sponge and
These are
clean up
federal
that mess
papers.
you make.
These are federal.
in the other room.
These are federal.
As you're
no.
enjoying yourself.
No. Listen.
This is what happens on the show every
Here it is,
week.
people.
He goes
Here.
into the other room,
People.
and I'm telling you, but I had to get new carpeting. Everybody,
People, here's the thing.
I did.
If you
Because
want
it
extra
started
innings,
crusting.
send them to
It
Jeff
crusts
at
if it's out there
otherworldlyculture.com.
The protein stains alone. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna
So if you want extra innings, send it to Jeff at otherworldlyculture.com. I will get
Hey,
them.
you remembered your email.
You don't put it up there. You don't put it up there.
I'm so proud.
You don't
of
put season 10 back to back. BTB. Back to back. New merch. Back to back champion.
I have a strategy.
That's
I'm
new merch.
already contemplating.
That's new merch for next year.
For next
back to back champion.
I'm going to be trivia proof. I'm going to give you such good movies that you cannot deny. That's what's going to happen.
You still have to get trivia right. Trivia is the key.
I don't need to get trivia right. I'm
Obviously.
going to do that well.
Obviously.
Anyway, everybody, so glad you could join us. Don't know why you did.
You
but
did
we're
because
glad.
you wanted to see a champion.
And we are way over
You
time.
wanted to see a champion, and they don't
So
care. It's extra innings, folks.
We're going to be done.
No pitch clock here.
Oh, my God. Thanks, everybody. It's time to close the crypt and call the game. Thank you all for watching. Remember, you can subscribe to us on any of the socials, and we would greatly appreciate nice reviews. Try not to mention Jeff's constant harping on the length of films.
I'm CJ Graham. Make sure you say hi at the next horror convention you're at. I like Oreos.
Hey, Cookie Monster? Cookie
Yes.
Monster?
Yep.
Did you know that
Maybe.
if it's sports... If it's sports,
It's a home run.
it's a home run. If it's horror, run home! We're Dead on the Bases, and we'll see you next time. Otherworldlyculture.com.
Back-to-back.com.
You know, Jeff, actually thought there was no way you could become more unsufferable than you already are.
Wait till Labor Day, people. We're defending for a three-peat.
Oh my God.
Labor Day is the three-peat.
You are
Let's go.
so insufferable.
Let's go.
I'm dying, ladies and gentlemen. Dying.
And I'm CJ Graham, and I like Oreo cookies. Nom, 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 nom.
What is wrong with you? My God.
Subscribe, like, and comment on our posts all over social media and our site, otherworldlyculture.com.